Is that a good way to start a tournament?
Yes, I think it's an excellent way.
Okay.
It's such a great show too.
Yes, and we are very lucky because the drawing of lots was done yesterday, and actually this is the drawing of lot for the real tournament, which starts tomorrow. And immediately in the first round we have a game. We start with a bang because there's Vishy Anand who's playing Magnus Carlsen. That's something to look forward to, and we get it right in the first round. This game will start in a couple of minutes from now. The other pairings for the first round are Hikaru Nakamura against Johan Ludwig Hammer, another Norwegian Grandmaster. There's Sergei Kayakin who's playing Levin Aronian, the number 2 in the world. Peter Svitler plays against Wang Hao, and Teimur Rajabov against Veselin Topalov. We will follow the action here. Simon will explain all the games to you, and in the first instance, we concentrate on the big clash in the first round between Magnus and Vishy. What are your expectations, Simon?
It's a great start. It's a fantastic start, actually.
Yeah.
So Magnus is black, but that doesn't matter so much in the Blitz game.
Yeah.
So this is definitely the big, a fantastic start.
And it could be a long, drawn-out game because I think both of them, probably will move cautiously. Or do you expect any sharp game?
It will be a fight. It always will in a Blitz game. So that's the good thing with Blitz. It will always be a fight.
Yeah. Well, they've played several Blitz games against each other before, and they all were big fights. I remember Vishy winning once 2-0, Magnus winning 2-0. Long games with games where lots of things were happening, where chances were changing all the time. So we won't know the result of this game after 15 moves, for sure.
No, and the time will also play a role. There will be mistakes. That's a good thing with Blitz. Yeah. That everybody makes mistakes.
Yes, the beauty of chess lies in the mistakes because that creates further beauty. And you will see, you can see that Anand and Magnus Carlsen are ready. They sit at the board.
Yes.
Because this is also some sort of a prelude to, not only to the tournament, but also to the World Championship match they're going to play in November. So there's great interest in this game here, and for excellent reasons. We are just fixing one minor technical detail.
It's nice. Magnus against Vishy is definitely the peak of the round, but there might be some good things happening in the other games as well. So it would be nice to have all the games up, at least for us, so we can switch in case something fantastic happens in any of the other games.
Well, which wouldn't be a big surprise with the names that we have here. There's some outstanding Blitz players here. I mean, Nakamura is a fantastic Blitz player. Aronian is a fantastic Blitz player. Anand and Carlsen, of course. In fact, you can say, I think it's no exaggeration to say that any great classical player is also a great Blitz player, don't you think?
Oh yes. They started.
They're rolling.
They're rolling, fantastic, good. So much happening at the same time, but we're following Magnus.
Yeah, let's focus on that. We have a Spanish game.
Seems like Magnus shows a rare variation in Spanish. Actually, I've chosen the same line myself with black. But that was not a good idea when I played it against Magnus, actually, many years ago.
Oh, really?
But I think it started with Magnus playing the so-called Berliner defense, which is very solid. And
they moved into an old Steinitz defense.
Now it becomes more slow.
Yeah. That's interesting play with a black fianchetto.
Yes. The white setup is not very ambitious, so no worries for Magnus so far.
But that's what they do these days against the real Lopez. I mean, cautiously maneuvering. Pawn mostly goes to d3 at first, and then only later it goes further.
Yes.
So that's no. And we are expecting a cautious maneuvering game anyway.
If it's been a classic game, we would have been ready for a long fight. But now there is no time for a long fight. So
yeah, that's good. The pressure is on. They have to move. If you're interested, the time rate that they are playing is 4 minutes per game plus 2 seconds per move. So with every move they make, they get an additional 2 seconds. They move quickly. What is Magnus for? What kind of blitz player is he?
Magnus is great.
Yeah.
Magnus has fantastic intuition, and so he plays almost just as well without thinking.
And he also has this regular movements. I mean, it's not long things and then suddenly blitzing. I mean, it's just.
That's very important, actually.
Yeah. To keep the pace.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When you start thinking, Jan Timman actually once told me, your fellow friend from the Netherlands, that 1 minute on the clock in Blitz is the same as a pawn. So if you have a 1 minute advantage on the clock, you can sacrifice a pawn.
Yeah. Well, and he was also in fact not a very fast blitz player, but a very good blitz player because he kept the pace. He just kept. There was a nice flow in his moves, and I think that's what we see with Magnus as well.
Yes.
It's a very important characteristic for blitz.
But Jan Timman was, of course, among the best. Well, he was in all aspects when he was at his best. So also in blitz, of course.
Yeah, so that subscribes to the idea that great players are great blitz players. So how are they doing, Simon?
It's a bit strange. Magnus moved his knight to h5, and then now he's returning. That's a little bit strange, actually. But I would say objectively that White may have a slight advantage, or to put it more clearly, the one who managed to push this deep pawn first. If White managed to push his deep pawn to d4, he has a space advantage.
Yeah. White wants to build on a space advantage. Black wants to free himself with d5.
Yes, exactly. If maybe Black can play d5 right away. Magnus didn't. He played this other knight to the edge. It's a bit special.
Okay, so first he wants to warm up his knights, and once they're warmed up, then we'll go from there.
Magnus actually shows another strategy. To me, this looks slightly better for White, actually. Magnus wanted to play on the c file.
Yeah. But probably it's not his real worry to be slightly worse for some time. I mean, as long as there's play and he can fight back.
But if White managed to play d5 next move, and he can very well manage that, the bishop and Magnus foresaw that. Couldn't allow d5 because then his bishop on g7 would have been very blocked in. And his knight on a5 as well. But this might easily end up in a very, very drawish position, objectively speaking, because Black might be able to play d5 and trade his only weakness. But this is Blitz, so anything can happen.
Yes. Well, it's a very important game for both of them. There's this rivalry, but at the same time, you don't want to lose this game. I mean, you want to win it, but you definitely don't want to lose it.
Oh yes, this will be noticed all over the world for sure.
Yeah.
But there are other games, interesting games going on as well. I notice.
Is there one you want to briefly look at before we?
Ludwig has just sent his knight down to h2.
Okay, let's go to board 1 then briefly to see what.
This analyzes screen.
Oh yeah, and we're trying to get a look at the game between Hikaru Nakamura and Jon Ludwig Hammer.
In the Magnus game, which is on my screen now.
Yeah, let's just look at that. I mean, they are making progress. So he's managed to play the.
Is actually something happening here because. The pawns are traded off, all the central pawns. So the critical thing now is whether something is happening in the D line.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like it is actually.
Here both sides have to calculate very accurately. There's lots of pins everywhere.
Yes.
Oops, there you go. In an ordinary game, this should be a draw, but
Who knows who's better?
What do you think? Magnus will try on for some time, or
I'm not sure if
Vishy?
Magnus is actually trying on that because he's in a little bit danger with the other rooks pointing towards his queen.
Mm-hmm.
And there might be a pin also in the E line. So actually Magnus has a couple of things to solve.
Mm-hmm. What are the dangerous spots in this position?
Well, I think he might have already solved it, but the danger spots was in the D line, but now Anand has moved all his rooks to the E line, so seems like just everything will be traded off.
Mm-hmm. And then it would suddenly be a very calm game, and
it will be extremely drawish in a few moves. But Anand doesn't have much time. What's going on? Why doesn't he play faster? It's nothing. This is certainly a draw.
yeah. So now the
And it seems like Jon Ludvig is having problems with the time as well.
okay, yes, this
But
will
he's a piece up. Wow, it's a real excitement. But Jon Ludvig has no time. Oh, it looks like he blundered something. No, not really. Well, he blundered actually. He blundered a piece. Nakamura's system is incredibly fast. He's
Yeah.
very, very fast thinker.
well, he was a specialist in 1 minute chess,
Yes.
so which is gives you a headache if you only think of it. Finish an entire game in 1 minute, and he did that more than 1,000 times.
The Magnus game is not really that exciting anymore.
Yeah,
If
they
they have ended it in the draw already. Yes.
yeah. So they made a draw. Well, probably both thought that well, let's not lose this game to begin with, and that's what happened. So both can be pleased with the outcome of a half a point. So now we're trying to otherwise we just look at this screen, and
I have Petter Svidler against Wang Hao up here, and that is technically winning for black, I would say.
is that well, they made
So that means Wang Hao. No,
No,
they
they-
took a draw.
they make a
How
draw.
did they do that? Why did they do that?
So
That looks like a mistake to me, but it must have been resigns instead.
let's wait for that. So.